broadcast, we're putting a 1:30 p.m. embargo for Tuesday. Will?
You'll pretend you're interested in Southampton now.
Promise I am.
Yeah. Steve, when you look at this game down at St Mary's, how big does it feel given the situation you're both in and the fact that there's only 5 points between the bottom 8 and the Premier League now?
Well, I think I still think it's too soon to be looking at everybody else, and I think where we are as a team and a club and going what we've gone through, it's the right thing just to look at ourselves. We're taking it one game at a time, and obviously Southampton's next, and we'll treat that game like we do every game in terms of analysing them and getting what we think is the right plan to go and play well and win down there. But our main focus at the moment is just ourselves and trying to grow our way, our identity, our culture, and the way we play. Because if we get that right, it gives ourselves a chance of picking up enough points to succeed. So we're not thinking too much. Listen, we want to improve the league table, so I'm not saying we're not thinking about the league table, but we're not thinking about the teams in and around it. We're just thinking about improving our position, and to do that, we just got to focus on ourselves.
And what do you make of Southampton under Nathan Jones post Ralph Hasenhüttl talk?
Well, I've got a lot of respect for Southampton as a club. You can see that the progression that they've made over years in infrastructure and the way that they play football and young players have always been involved and stuff like that. So, like I said, we will analyse Southampton like we do every other team. Chelsea was the last one. We'll treat everyone the same, and every game in the Premier League, whoever you play, you come up against teams that have real obvious strengths and ways of playing and all that sort of stuff, and you have to sort of combat that by nullifying it, but also having the impact in the game with our way. So we'll just plan normally for it. There's going to be obvious questions about our away form, and I quite welcome them questions because I really want us to face up to things that we need to improve on. It would be easy for me to swerve questions and skirt around the edges on. I'm not going to do that. Our away form needs to get better and need to improve because we've got to challenge ourselves to do that. So that's where we are. We're just looking at the context for ourselves and how we can go down there and play well and win, and we'll be looking forward to doing it. And
it's an opportunity, isn't it, to put those questions to bed in terms of the away form, and I guess you'll be looking to take the second half performance against Chelsea into first half at St Mary's.
Definitely, yeah, and like I said, the only way of improving something with a football team is playing games, and the questions around away form, how do you improve away form, go and win away games. And that's what we're going to be looking to do.
4 games in 11 days. Busy old.
Yeah, it's like the championship again. Yeah. So but we've had a few weeks without it, and it was okay for maybe a few days in the break. But then I think we all started missing it. So it's great to be back playing, week in, week out. And okay, Christmas period's been and gone now, but it's English football at its best, isn't it? Loads of games, cup competitions, and travelling and nice weather. And all that sort of stuff. It's where you want to be. Thank you.
Well, Jesse, Steve?
No, Jesse's out for a month. Yeah, Jesse's out for a month. He's got an hamstring injury. So as simple as that, really.
Any more broadcast questions for Southampton?
Steve, in the wake of the sort of Leicester Liverpool, you talked about needing players that can grab games by the scruff of the neck away from home. You must feel like you've got that now, looking at that second half performance, the way Yates has been going to push forward and really grab the game in the last.
Yeah. I think it's. I think everybody did really, but that's definitely something we've been speaking to the player. We do a lot of individual work with players, and we often talk about them. How can they have their biggest impact on a game? Because that's really what you want, both with and without the ball. And I thought there were some real good examples of that today. What I like about. Are we talking about? Chelsea now, or
I was just asking how you use that now.
Definitely. Yeah, listen, for sure, it's a good idea. This, isn't it? Do 2 games.
It's not confusing.
Yeah. How did we get on today?
We could do Leicester now.
No, I think that listen, the situation we're in and this elite league we're in, regardless of league position, you've got to go out and perform well. As a team, as individuals, as a unit, as a game plan, there is so little room for error. But there's also not just room for error. There's also got to be small opportunities to make a difference. And when you get them opportunities, players have got to take that. So if players can do that and improve it, prove on it, then that's a good thing. But we need it, like every team does.
Steve, just a few questions on the window, if you don't mind. I don't get asked about this a lot, but with Lingard's injury, and you've identified your longer-term injuries, what areas are you really looking at to strengthen in January?
Well, I think that we will improve any area if we get the chance. So it's not saying that we need this position or a definite that position. We obviously have players, and we picked up some injuries. I think the window is more about improving the team and the squad, because there's definitely a squad game now. Reference the questions there about how many games in so many days, and there'll be other periods like that. And also, when you talk about the transfer window, you're half thinking, whatever I say, it's going to be, here they go again, Nottingham Forest. But we've got to ignore that. The summer was the summer. Picked up some long-term injuries from then and now. We've only got to look forward, and with the window open now, we've got to think about how and if we can improve the team. And if we can do that, we will. For me, I don't think about that too much. Everyone knows what we think we could do with at the club. Trust the club to get on with the work, but my focus every day has to be the guys playing. The guys training, getting ready for the next game, recovering from the last game. Because if I'm not thinking about that 100%, then we won't be getting ready for the next game. And really, that's all that matters.
About bringing on individuals, you mentioned in the previous part the team's still in the process of gelling and becoming that team you want. Does that make bringing in people in January even more kind of the detail and who you bring in is even more important?
Well, I understand that, yes and no. I think like I said before, we are not right at the start now of putting the team together. And I don't just mean what you see on the pitch. I mean the dressing room culture, the relationship, the friendships. So these guys spend a lot of time together now. Not as much as other teams. We've been going for years, but journeys, travelling, and pre-season trip, winter break trip, and so it's slightly different. It's not established, as I said, because that just comes with a couple of years of being together. So it's not as if like any new players are coming into a brand new dressing room like it was in the summer. They come into a dressing room that's not brand new, still building, but slightly different. Cheers.
Thank you. Our cameras off now, and we'll move to the written section for Southampton, 10:30 p.m. in Bargo on Tuesday.